This is rough. Pretty much every single time I've tried fixing any kind of iPhone, specifically the screens, mostly in devices that are out of like warranty and stuff, something else broke. This time I tried to fix the bend, which is quite the bend in this phone. It's up here, right there, it goes all the way up, and then there's another bend right here, and I've tried to fix that. Next to that, I've tried to fix like a line of stuff where you couldn't touch. That's now better and working, not perfectly, but better. But now, the vibration monitor doesn't work anymore. And based on this information, the vibration monitor is about $5. It's definitely something you can replace fairly easily, fairly cheaply. It's just like right there, but it's just so annoying. I just don't know what happens when I open those devices. It's really strange. It's back. Screen's working. Everything's so far working. Home button's working. And now it only needs to be set up. And there's more to fix and to change. This time, I already talked about this on my channel. I have these like Velcro things on like the hard drive that I'm using for editing, as well as now, since I have the new computer, the multi-dongle, which I practically always use for like the SD cards and USB ports and stuff like that. I would rather have them stuck to my computer at the back, one there and the other on the other side. Let's do that. First things first, this is a mess. Computer, alcohol. I'm assuming this computer has not been as clean as it will be right now, since it kind of looks really pretty. Now I just have to wait until the alcohol goes away. So there's no fat or anything on the device where I want to glue my stuff. This one, like I said, I have a different video on my YouTube channel that has why I did this and how it's really practical and useful. So this hard drive actually already has Velcro on it, but this time I chose to go with these like little Velcro dots. One negative or one sad part is I thought they have these like transparent parts where basically there's just the hooks on the transparent. The problem with those is they would look much more subtle on the computer, but then if I put it into a bag or a sleeve, they might stick to it. I don't want that. So I'm currently contemplating if I should just still use the white dots and put them there, or if I should remove the black Velcro right here and actually use those on the computer. And I think I have to check that with my backpack if this would stick to it or not. And since my backpack is the Peak Design at the moment, and I'm going to get the new Peak Design backpack as well, I'm assuming, yeah. Oh, there's a spider, mini spider. So basically, this thing sticks to the backpack, and I don't really like that. I want the part that's the fluffy side on the computer, so that's what I'm going to do. The easy part that I've experienced to do this is to put Velcro on the device, or like the small thing first, because that way you can kind of like put the other side on it, and then you can place it, and based on that you can kind of like position it on there, and it's really easy to do that. With this, however, I have the situation that I want to kind of like be able to place them both on either side, so I want to have them kind of like replaceable. And since this one goes on there about like this, because the cable is kind of short and it needs to be right to the edge, that's kind of like how I experienced it, I want to make it so that this one fits like this, because it also has a bend, so I don't want any other parts there. So I want to do this like this, so I kind of place them like that and see where I want to put this, and I'm probably now the easiest way to do this on the other side as well, cutting those, putting them on there, so we do one after the other and kind of like mirror how it all looks. And now we play the same game reverse. And just like that, I have my SD card reader and my hard drive fixed to my computer, and it's much easier to just have them there instead of just dangling around. especially when I'm using my stand, my trusty little roost, and it's just like this, and it's easy. And now I'll see how it goes on this one. Last time I had it on my other computer, it was really, really useful. The cables, these are really short, sadly. The other side is a little better, and I would actually prefer if this device here wouldn't have this like just mouse tail cable that cannot be removed. I much prefer when I can take off the cable like on the hard drive, and I can just take it off and keep the hard drive actually without having it connected. It's super easy, super simple, and I'm happy to have that back. After the computer upgrade, I kind of like was missing that part. So now it's back. Now I can have both of these stuck to my computer, no problem. And I'm looking forward to kind of like using this again. But I think this actually brings up a fairly interesting topic. How often do you have to break something to fix it? Or you have to kind of like change your routine, you have to kind of like break relationships, and then from there on out you can build something new, and you kind of like have the capacity to go somewhere new and have a new experience. And I've experienced that over the last few months, maybe the last half year. I really had to like go down to the depth of everything. I had to break everything. I took a whole bunch of websites offline that I've coded in the past that I was really proud of. My photography portfolio is one of them, and different projects like Homebase World. And it's just so relieving to kind of like break everything, bring everything to the bare minimum, concentrate on the focusing points, and from there, like from the ashes, like the phoenix, build something new. And fixing this iPhone kind of like reminds me of that. It's not really that I needed to break it to fix it, but it breaks first and then it needs fixing, but it might be better after. In this case, what actually happened is I opened it up and I was surprised the person that fixed it before me left like 3 or 4 screws unscrewed, and they were just like magnetically connected to different parts of the device. So one of them was at the speaker, which is magnetic, then the other one was at the bottom, and like just randomly stuck in places. So I think that the phone in general is actually better off now than it was before, especially once we fix the vibration motor in this as well and make it a properly working phone again. And it kind of like needed to break down, so it's like I needed to take it apart to be able to build something out of it and make it work again. And I think for me, taking things apart and putting them back together is specifically important right now because my 28th birthday is coming up, and last year on my 27th birthday, I started vlogging, and I tried that for a couple of days, and I had these thoughts, should I do it for 1 year and try to what so many other people have tried before and like document a year of my life and just vlog. And after 10 days, I stopped again. There were fears, there were attachments, there were roadblocks that I wasn't willing to overcome at that point in time. But it's quite cool to see how now I started with that process without having this milestone of like, this is my birthday, so now I'm starting. It's just randomly I uploaded 2 days in a row, and now I'm making a new video which is going up, so it's like 3 days in a row already. I'm quite happy about that, and I'm especially happy that it kind of like generically happens, and I think that's one of the best places to come from, where it just generically happens, and it's not something I had to force myself to do and uphold. So find those places. I think it's really powerful to have that place where it just generically, this is a tough word, generically happens to you, for you, and through you, and that's really powerful. And with that being said, I think I'm going to actually end today already because I want to keep it simple, keep it easy. And today's lesson with the reconstruction, taking things apart, breaking things to make them better. And tell me in the comments down below how you think about that. What did you take apart last? Do you need to take anything apart? Yeah. Let's have a little bit of a conversation of how we can all change and build from there.